Well, Matt, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I want to talk to you about the education cost that I paid for pursuing my master's in financial mathematics at North Carolina State University. So this university is based out of United States. So let me walk you through my education cost, right? So I mean, see, I had 3 semesters, and every semester I had to pay like close to $19,000 or something like that. So my whole master's degree was like a 3 semester long degree, which was close to 18 months. And so in total, I paid close to $58,000, and I did pursue my master's in financial mathematics. Now, this specific degree goes by various names, such as quantitative finance, financial engineering, mathematical finance, computational finance, or financial mathematics. I mean, but they all are the same, right? I mean, so I paid how much? I paid close to $58,000 for my master's degree, and of course, like living cost is separate. So the place where I used to live, the city name was Raleigh. It's a city based out of North Carolina. So it's the city is cheap as compared to other, if someone is residing in New Jersey, New York, I mean, those are like really expensive. But Rally was cheap. I mean, I paid close to how much? Not more than $400 or $500 so I was basically sharing my room with two other people. So it was a 3B, which basically means that there were three bedrooms. I mean, of course, like three rooms, private rooms, and then there were two. Yeah, so it was a three private room that I was living in, and the overall cost was close to $1,200 or $1,300 for the whole apartment. So we were like there were three people, and so close to 400 $450 is what we were paying for our living costs. And groceries again, because eventually we used to split, so it was not more than 100 $200. And then utilities is nothing but your electricity, water bill. That's again, maybe $60 $70 per individual. So you can say like close to $700 I was paying for my living expense, and this is like per month I was paying $700. But the good part was, so when I joined my university, I got a position of teaching assistant, oblique assistant. So what I used to do was I had to I need to help students, I need to grade their papers, and need to work with the professor. So there are a lot of opportunities like this within the university if your university is big. So I was roughly getting paid close to $800 per month. So to be honest with you, I mean the money that I spent in my living cost was actually covered by the money that I was getting through all these different teaching assistant that I got. So that was like the best part of it, right? I mean, so if you ask me, okay, how much did you totally spend in your master's degree? So you can say $58,000 was my master's cost, and in that also I got like $5,000 scholarship. And this was because I had a good GPA. So some of the universities, what they do is, if you score 4 on 4, right? So if you see in India, we have a score on 10, right? But in US, we the grade scale is on a score of 4. So I guess in 2 semester I scored 4 on 4, and that's why I got like $25 scholarship every semester. So in total, during my whole master's degree, I got a $5,000 scholarship. So if you subtract 5,000 from $58,000, it was close to $53,000 that I spent. And additional, you can say miscellaneous of maybe $4 5,000, or I mean, yeah, maybe flight tickets, traveling here or there or something like that. So in total, my whole education cost in US was not more than 58 to $60,000, to be honest with you. So people do ask me, okay, I mean, okay, 60,000 you are spending, but what is your return on investment? At least in my field, which is quantitative finance, I mean, because I already had 3 years of experience back in India, again, did this, I did a lot of different projects, and I was working with the professor, right? So, I mean, when I got my first job, I was getting handsome salary. So I recovered my whole money in close to 1 year. But if you are someone who's a fresher, right? So mostly I see like fresher can So it takes like somewhere between 1 to 2 year, and this is not like okay, you are a fresher. Even I've seen people, it also depends a lot on the market, right? How market is paying you. Like right now when I'm shooting this, recording this video, the market is not that great. The companies, they have strict budget, so it's not like, oh, they are paying great salaries and stuff like that. So I feel like it can take somewhere between 1 to 2 year for you to get your return on investment. And see, there's one visa issue also that all the international folks, all the international students face. So when you come to the US, you come on F1 visa, which is the student visa. So on student visa, you get 3 years of time, and this you get 3 years only when your degree is STEM. Okay, so if your degree is STEM, you will get 3 years of time to stay in the US. So what happens is every year, so as soon as you graduate and you join the organization, every year your organization needs to file an H1B on your behalf. So it's like a lottery system, and you know how it works, right? I mean, tough to crack in and tough to get because it's completely at random, so you don't know if you will get a lottery or not. So it's like so 3 years, you every year the company will file an H1B for you. And if in case, let's say, if in case you do not get an H1B, so after 3 years you need to leave the US. And but again, there are several other avenues in which you can stay here. But let's assume, okay, after 3 years you do not get H1B. So either you can come again for a master's degree and work together. That is called as a day one CPT. So what happens in a day one CPT is, so okay, you did not get you in these 3 years that you did not get H1B. After that, you are enrolling in your day one CPT. So in day one CPT, what actually happens is you can work as well as you can study. So a lot of international students, what they do is they find some universities whose education fee is way too less. Something like $20,000 or $25,000, or where they can get scholarship or something like that, and they can work also. So this day one CPT, it's a proper visa type in which students can work as well as can study. So I have seen students working for 40 hours with the same employer, and also pursuing their masters or MBA, whatever they want to. So this is one part. But let's say this was when you do not get an H1B, right? But let's say you get an H1B. So what happens is, once you get an H1B, you have 6 years. So you can stay till next 6 years in the US. So that is, the best part of it, right? I mean, because you get a good amount of time to earn money, save money, build your career in the States. So just to revise it, let's say if you get an H1B in your second year. Because so if you get an H1B in your second year, after that point, you have 6 more years you can stay in the US. So I mean it's a good and bad thing, right? If you don't get an H1B, I mean it depends, right? I mean, so but there are a lot of avenues to stay back in US. Either go for day one CPT, or there are other visas. You can file for EB1 visa. EB1, I guess, is for extraordinary talent or something like that, in which you need to show that you are talented in the skill in your subject, and you have done a lot of different work, maybe publishing research papers, having patents, maybe having some I mean, there are a lot of things that comes into all this extraordinary visa. Even I'm still learning about it, so I do not completely understand those stuff. But see, the thing is, if you're coming as an international student, if you're someone from India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, China, right? If you're coming to the States, you have 3 years. That is like the best part. You have 3 years in which you can stay here in US. You can earn money, save money, repay your loan, and takes and have live the life. What people dream about. So yeah, I mean, I hope this video might have helped you. If you have any other questions, please do reach out to me. Also, there's one more point which I forgot to cover. So a lot of people say, if you graduate and if you do not have job for 90 days, right? So people say that you'll be kicked out of US. See, it is not like that. You can get associated with a non-profit organization, and if you're there are a lot of non-profit organizations in the US, right? So you get associated with them. You can get a letter of employment from these non-profit organization and submit it to the USCIS, which is like who makes sure all this visa related stuff, right? So I mean, there are ways in which you can stay back, and it's not like, okay, if you do not once you graduate and if you do not get a job in 90 days, it's like the end of the world. No, get a employment certificate from a non-profit organization or something like that. Even you can work as an intern in some organization. So I mean, there are a lot of avenues like this. But if you ask me how was my experience, I would say, I mean, up till now, it is really great. Quantitative finance back in India, it was, I mean, no one, when I started understanding this field, and I was exploring back in India back in 2018, 2019. No one ever heard what is quantitative finance. No one even knew. I mean, everyone thought it is just as finance. So I feel like there's in India, the field is still growing, and um, but that's where I decided to come to the US, to pursue the master's in quantitative finance, because in here, there are different universities which are teaching quantitative finance from last 20, 25 years. So their syllabus and their curriculum is, really focused, and they have a structured roadmap of how to become a quant. And that's where it helped me, and that's why I came to the States. But if you have any doubt related to education cost, or let's say related to living cost, or maybe selecting any universities, please do comment in this video. I'll try my level best to help you, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.